Hi everyone, welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kandan. This is Praveen. In this Java playlist, we will learn pattern programs step by step. This is Java programming session 6 Basic Rules of Pattern Programming. In this session, I will explain the basic rules of pattern programming, or you can take it as a shortcut to solve this kind of problems. I'll solve a few pattern challenges step by step to show you the logic. Some challenges I will leave to solve on your own because the theme is so how much your trainer is solving is not a big deal. How much the candidates or participants are solving based upon the training. Got it? So how much your trainer is solving is not a big deal. How much problem solved by the participants or candidates is very important based on the training. So I am focusing on that. So it looks like a course instructor will solve. So as a course instructor, I will solve some challenges. After that, I will assign you the task like industry. So it's time to task solve the participants. If I'm telling means you are going to solve it and then post your answers in the comment box. This approach will help you think, practice, and master pattern pairs effectively. If you are serious about learning, like this video, the confident, and subscribe to channel for more updates and drop your comments at the end of the session. Let's get started. This is very important thing to solve this kind of pattern challenges. So almost we are targeting 50 plus or 70 plus challenges to be solved by the course instructor, and in few challenges 30 to 40 challenges will be solved by the participants. This is what our target to solve this kind of pattern challenges. You have to understand the base concept. So this session is very important. Give high priority to this. To learn this, we already discussed about execution flow of for loop and then nested for loop. Prerequisites before getting this session, please watch our session 1 to 5. So you'll get a clear idea about that. So after that, please watch this video. Without further delay, we can start this session. So three variables are very important to solve this kind of pattern programs. N, I, J. So n variable indicates input size, that is the limit. How much lines or what's your limit? Example, 5 rows are you are going to print or 3 rows are you going to print? So that decides. Example, here what's your sample input? 5. So this is your n value. How many lines you are going to print it or how many rows? What's your endpoint or limit? So that decides the n variable. Okay. Next, I, outer for loop, it represents the controls number of rows or lines. So it always depends upon your n value or n variable. What is that? Outer loop I controls number of rows or lines, so that is also depends upon this n. If your n input is 5, if I'm as a user I'm giving my input as sample input as 5 rows you are printing, am I right? 1 2 3 4 5. So this 5 rows decides by the variable I, that is what telling controls number of rows or lines. Whatever it is, you can call it as a rows or lines, but that control number of rows or lines who is providing? N, input size, number of lines or rows required. Example, I need 7 rows means I'm giving the input, that is my n variable. And then to implement that, to control that, so we require the variable I. Next, the last variable is J, inner loop. So each and every line you are printing, but in that line, number of times you are going to print is important. That decides the J. In each and every line, see a 5 means first line how many stars you are going to print it. Second line how many stars you are going to print it. So on. So that decided by the J, that is what I'm telling. Controls number of times to print in each row and what to print. You decided per line 5 stars I'm printing, second line I'm printing 5 stars. So likewise till the last line, per line I'm printing 5 stars. That is five times I'm printing, not star, five times printing. Next, you are deciding whether I'm going to print the alphabet or number or symbol. So that depends upon the sample output. So here, what I'm printing, asterisk symbol, that is star. So again, I'm recalling all the concepts. This is the important thing to solve this kind of pattern problems. Basic rule: n indicates input size, number of lines or rows. So that is provided by the user. That variable is called as the n. Next, I, outer loop. You ordered, I need five stars, five lines. Okay, you decided, you provided, but who is going to implement that? So that is by I variable, outer loop. So first line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, horizontal. Next, in each and every line, how many times you are going to print it? That is decided by the J loop, inner loop. Controls number of times to print in each row. Next, you are controlling okay, but how many times your printing is fine. The theme is what is that? What you are going to print, either symbol or alphabet or number. So that is provided by this J. Okay, so what to print? That is about J loop body. So what I theoretically explain, I'm showing this general pattern structures here. So this is your outer for loop based on your n, based on your n variable input size you are providing. So what kind of pattern problems you can solve? This is the base template. Okay, so for I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n. So I highlighted the red portions here. I'll zoom it also. See here, highlighted here. This is what you are going to change according to your program. So initialize to I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n. So number of lines you are going to print it. What is that? That depends upon the I variable. Number of lines automatically control will be given to this I variable. So how many times? Five times or seven times, three times, that depends upon the n variable. That is what here we have provided, I less than or equal to n. So initially I value is 1. So 1 less than or equal to how many rows you are going to print it? 5 means 5. That n can be any number, 5 or 7, whatever it is. So after this condition is true only, it will be entered to the inner for loop, inner for loop for j equal to 1, j less than or equal to, here you are going to decide it, am I right? Here you are going to decide it, what is that, how many times I am going to print in each and every line. So that is also here depends upon which variable, n, because if your n value is 5, in first line 5 stars printing, second line 5 stars printing, that is 5 times you are printing, don't use the word star. So 5 times, 5 times, 5 times printing. So here just keep it as j less than or equal to n. After that, what you're doing, each and every line, what you're printing as per our rule at last, what is the j loop body, alphabet or number or space, whatever it is. What I'm doing, asterisk symbol, symbol, star. So place this star here, place this star here. Now it will be printed. Now it will be printed. Okay. So now I'll show this in the hands-on. You can get easily. So what is that? As per our rule, first clearly understand the sample input output n. So I have collected the input from the user, int n equal to the limit point. Get dot next int. I am getting the input from the user. Get dot next int. So understanding purpose, I'm giving the prompt. What is that? Enter the limit. So after this, I'm getting from the user. See here. I didn't provide any condition here. Wait. So after this, I should proceed. Am I right? After this, I should fill this empty spaces. Am I right? So I'm just leaving this for your logic purpose. This is what the template. This is what you are going to do it. Okay. Due to time constraint, I am just closing this session here itself. Next session, we will implement it. Got it? If you found this session useful, like this video, subscribe the channel for more update, and if you have any questions, please drop your comments here. We'll reply. Thanks for watching.